Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host Gershwin and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Necrons as we talk about the Doomsday Monolith. This is going to be part one of a series of vehicles or weapons used by the races of the Warhammer 40K universe that have extremely destructive power. So if you guys have any suggestions for weapons or vehicles, please comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe because we post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. With that said, let's get into 40 facts about the Doomsday Monolith. A Doomsday Monolith is a specialized super heavy variant of the mobile Necron fortress known as a monolith. A Doomsday Monolith combines the properties of a transport craft, armored super heavy assault weapon, and icon of undying Necron power. Like all Necron constructs, it is composed of the living metal Necrodermis, a complex semi-sentient alloy that ripples, flows, and adapts its structure to repair damage in the blink of an eye. Targeting matrices, motive units, power conduits, and command nodes all are capable of comprehensive and near instantaneous self-repair. When combined with the vehicle's slab-side armor plates and powerful phase shift generators, this makes the Doomsday Monolith one of the hardiest vehicles in the Necron's arsenal, and an incredibly daunting opponent for any enemy. Energy beams are absorbed and dispersed, while tank-busting missiles simply ricochet off the Doomsday Monolith's armored hide, leaving behind minor damage, whose repairs lies easily with the perimeter of the living metal's arcane functions. Indeed, the only way to truly halt the advance of a monolith is to target it with a substantial period of focused fire. Only by punching through the armored shell to the vital systems and crew within can there be any hope for ending its threat. Few enemies, however, have the discipline to be so precise under fire, and even they must be swift in their targeting, lest they be disintegrated by the Doomsday Monolith's devastating array of weapons. However, formidable armor comes at the cost of speed. Due to a Doomsday Monolith's ponderous bulk, it cannot move at speed, unlike other Necron skimmer vehicles and the more mobile vehicles of the militaries of other starfaring races. Even a single Doomsday Monolith can muster enough firepower to be considered an army in its own right. The most dramatic of its armaments is the Gauss Obliterator, channeled through a glowing focus power crystal atop the vehicle. A single ear-splitting discharge from a Gauss Obliterator is enough to reduce whole battlefields of armies to nothing but molecular vapor. Any enemies lucky enough to have survived will then have to run the gauntlet of the Doomsday Monolith's Gauss Flux arcs. These automated defense arrays rack the area around the Doomsday Monolith in pre-programmed execution patterns, finely tuned to predict the panicked motions of foes under fire. Like standard monoliths, a Doomsday Monolith also features an Eternity Gate. This shimmering energy field is nothing less than a captive, stable Eisen-Rosen wormhole, bound into the very heart of the Doomsday Monolith. With a simple mental command, a Doomsday Monolith's undying Necron crew can transport the Eternity Gate into a portal of exile, and those that fail to resist its pull are sucked out of reality entirely, banished forever to a temporal prison from which there can be no escape. Alternatively, the Doomsday Monolith's crew can use the Eternity Gate as a form of dimensional corridor, pulling squads of Necrons from elsewhere on the battlefield, orbiting starships or even far distant tomb worlds and deploying them to the Doomsday Monolith's location. Necron Doomsday Monoliths are primarily deployed to act as a central anchor for Necron battle lines, mainly due to their ability to quickly effect repairs upon their Necrons, which teleport through its Eternity Gate, their potent firepower, and near impeccable armor. Doomsday Monoliths themselves are often deployed onto a battlefield through teleportation methods, either from within a Necron tomb or from other Necron fleets. However, Doomsday Monoliths can also descend safely from great heights using the sophisticated anti-gravity engines. A Necron Doomsday Monolith is armed with a large power matrix crystal mounted atop its pyramidal form. This crystal can focus its alien energies to unleash devastating arcs of antimatter lightning. However, unlike standard monoliths which can project their energies in the form of particle whips, a Doomsday Monolith can discharge its immense energies in the form of a gauze obliterator. The beams themselves are capable of outright destroying large swaths of infantry and vehicles alike. However, a Doomsday Monolith is inevitably accompanied by several other monoliths, whose eldritch powers it can siphon towards its own catalytic ends. This additional energy is drained from the power matrices of other monoliths, and is discharged from the gauze obliterators in the form of additional blasts. This increases the weapon's rate of fire, and all but ensures the doom of entire enemy armies. Doomsday Monoliths are also armed with 4 gauze flux arc projectors positioned around its hull, effectively batteries of 3 gauze flares each. These weapons are often used to scour the immediate area around the Doomsday Monolith clean of enemies. Finally, all Necron monoliths feature a powerful wormhole portal known as an Eternity Gate, which is built into their forward hull face. The Eternity Gate can act as both a dimensional portal to teleport Necrons through from other worlds or elsewhere on the battlefield, as well as significantly aiding their repair process while they do so. It can also serve as another offensive weapon, a portal of exile, which can suck in and banish enemies nearby into oblivion. A Doomsday Monolith is also equipped with a phase shifter generator, which functions differently to the phase shifter general also used by a gauze pylon. This variant of the technology affords the Doomsday Monolith additional defensive protection by placing the mobile fortress slightly out of phase with the normal flow of space-time, increasing its survivability, though not of other nearby Necron units. To date, there have been no confirmed records of Necrons fielding super heavy vehicles comparable with the likes of the Imperial Baneblade and the Eldar Scorpion. Instead, the Necrons seem to favor the deployment of specialized monolith formations, whose combined might is greater than the sum of their parts. Such is the case with the Doomsday Phalanx. First sighted during the Damnos incident, but since reported in many other conflicts, the Doomsday Phalanx holds at its core a heavy modified monolith called a Doomsday Monolith by the Imperium. It is protected by a phase shift energy generator of unknown design, and has been noted to be capable of focusing awesome destructive energies into devastating Verdian beams, which can be fired from a gauze obliterator. Worse still, a Doomsday Monolith is inevitably accompanied by several lesser constructs, whose eldritch power it can siphon toward to use for its own ends. And those were 40 facts about the Doomsday Monolith. If you guys have any suggestions for other vehicles of Warhammer 40k that have extremely destructive power, please comment down below. Let me know what they are, and we will try to create a video for it. And again, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. By you guys doing that, you're telling YouTube that you want more content from us, and you help out the channel. If you want to help us out a little bit more, help us provide more videos for you, please jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos. If you can't, again, simply by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it helps us out. With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.